Hello guys, I'm Michael the plugin genius from Admix, and today I'm going to be showing you guys top tips on how to place in-play banners in sports games. So let's go. Now, sports games can be the most versatile genre of games, coming in all different shapes and sizes. And there's a few consistent tips for in-play banners through all of them. So today I'm going to take you through a few of them and show you how we place in-play banners in those scenes. So the first scene I'm going to be showing you guys is this football or soccer scene. This is the best place to start because it shows the biggest strength of using in-play in sports games. Environments like this football stadium exist in the real world, so it's very easy to replicate what we see in real life in your scene. So one of the examples, and which is probably the most obvious and easiest ways to place in-play banners, is the borders or banners around the outskirts of your football pitch. These billboards or banners around a football pitch are super natural, non-intrusive and super effective. The key thing with these is that they're displayed on your screen for a long time whilst the game is being played, so they'll generate a better revenue for you as a developer. Depending on what skybox you use or what weather conditions the game is currently in, you can use lighting and shaders on these billboards or in-play banners to make them really pop out and look more natural within your environment. So for example, I'm just going to run you through a few of the billboards that I've placed around the border of this scene, and each billboard I'm using a different kind of shader. So for example, with these banners that I've placed here, they have like a more bright concrete shader placed on them. So if I get closer to these billboards, you can kind of see that it has a similar texture to a billboard's kind of shader that I've used on this placement, and they're placed and duplicated along the whole row of this side panel. And then some of the billboards that I've used, if I move a little bit closer down here, these ones are just a natural billboard, no color, no filter, no shader on these. So you can really tell the difference between the two. If you look on the ones on the right side here, they're quite dull, it's quite dark, it's not that bright, and it doesn't really pop out and show the billboard as it would in comparison to the ones on the left side of the screen, where I have applied a shader and a little bit more lighting to these ones, so they do pop out and they are more natural within your environment. Now I'm going to move on to the last top tip for placing in a football environment, and that is using the use of video billboards. Now, video billboards you see being placed around a real life football pitch naturally anyways, so this is a great opportunity for you to use our video placements that we have in our library, and you can place them in a more open upper area of your environment. So just for example, like the one that I have up here is quite a large screen and quite a bigger surface area, so you can place a video ad placement right at the top here, and then anywhere else that you feel that will look natural and comfortable within your environment. So yeah, now let's move on to our second environment, which is a boxing or gym style environment. Depending on what camera angles you'll be using during runtime, there are great places to place banners naturally in your environment. Small areas like this one, for example, can benefit a lot from lighting and shaders you can use on these banners. Because it's such a small environment, you can light up the place as bright as you like, or you can tone it down a little bit, making the banners pop out by adding shaders to them to make them have lighting effects to them as well. I want to take you through some of the banners that I've placed within this environment and show you a few examples on what you can do for a more sporting or small area like this one. So firstly, I've placed a wooden shader or texture to this billboard here, because we have a wooden style wall anyway. So just to make it fit in and look more natural, I've decided just to add a wooden billboard shader to this billboard here, so it looks like it's actually engraved or a part of the wall itself, and it still looks kind of cool to me. This is one of my favorite shaders that we've been using throughout our tutorials. And then for example, we have a different shader banner over here where I've placed a concrete shader to this banner to make it fit the billboard or the background of the square box that I've placed on here. So if you get closer, you can see the graininess of this. The texture is really bumpy and makes the ad just pop out a little bit more. So yeah, depending on the size of your placements and where you want to place them within your environment, make sure you use a variety of shaders, lighting and sizes for your small environment, because no environment is too small to have at least a few in-play banners within them. So that's it, our top tips to give you guys a head start when using in-play banners in your sports games. Let us know down in the comments if there's anything else you guys would like to learn about in-play. And don't forget to join our growing Discord community full of devs just like yourself, where you can ask for help or just chat with people from the team or members of our community. And you can also follow us on all of our socials to keep up to date with everything Admix and in-play. And I'll catch you guys in the next tutorial. Sweet.